And good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Original Rebels 125, coming to you from Thunder Valley in Bristol, Tennessee. I'm Jamie, and with me again tonight is Eddie, filling in for Pat, who is still on vacation. So, Eddie, we looks like we might have an exciting one tonight here at Bristol.
Absolutely. Modifieds at Bristol, I don't think it gets any better than that. It's like Hot Wheel cars on a Hot Wheel track. They just kind of dig into this track, so it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, right now they are qualifying, so we will bring that up, information up to you as soon as we can. Current track temperature is 71 degrees, partly cloudy, 2-mile-an-hour winds. The weather should not be a factor for drivers tonight. We had a really great race last week with this series at Iowa. That gave us a it was pretty much a last lap pass, I think, or second to last from Kieran Church, who took the win. So hopefully we'll see some close action and a lot of passes here tonight, and see if we don't have some more drama-filled moments at the end.
Absolutely. Well, and Bristol always delivers, and I think in these cars and this field is so stacked with talent. Guys that if you follow Original Rebels at all, you already know their names. So I think it's going to be competitive all the way through. So I'm excited to get this one going for sure.
Yeah, these guys they really do put on a good show, and you got some really big names in this one. Jason Warren, uh, Garrett Kinder, Josh Oswald. Josh Oswald is a beast in these modifieds. Uh, I mean, you talk about all these guys. Brandon Wallace. Brandon Wallace had a really strong run last week. Ended up coming up just a little bit short. Sam Wetstein. Yeah, these guys, they're going to be ready to get after it. This little half-mile track in the mountains.
Absolutely. Yeah, and there's nothing better than Bristol at night. There's nothing better. So I'm excited to get this one going. Um, I'll be interested to see who there's a couple names I don't know is Donald Clark, and forgive me if they've been here before. I don't know from last week, so looks like he's a really strong driver. So um, yeah, I think they're going to put on a show. These cars seem to drive really really well, and there seem to be a couple grooves that you can run. So I'm expecting a lot of passing, a lot of wheel to wheel action. So
Yeah, they looks like they are taking the grid now, slowly. So far we've got 5 drivers that have gridded up. It looks like Shannon Wilder is going to be our pole winner at number 10. We will give it a moment to let everybody grid up before we start our starting lineup here.
yeah, I think there might have been a little bit of arguing in the NASCAR hauler in the infield, so they're just running a little bit late.
Oh, oh goodness. I'm really not sure what has happened here with qualifying.
Well, this actually looks like we're going to run a heat. That looks like what's going to happen. Looks like there was a couple drivers that are joined that are not actually in the race, so we thought there was going to be less than 20,
Oh,
but it looks like we're going to have a heat race of 3 drivers. So
okay.
um, yeah, it looks like
Yes.
this is just a a race for fun because I believe the top 5 will transfer. So looks like all 3 drivers will transfer.
Right, and despite my name being up there, I am not in this heat. Uh, Go ahead and move the grid off there. Bring up our ticker. So far, there's only 2 drivers that have formed up for this heat. Like the 10 of Shannon Wilder and the 55 of Charlie Gates.
Yeah, we got the 038 of Jamie Tweed bringing up the rear. Like he was a
Okay,
couple
all right.
Yeah, a couple rows back. So got us a nice little 3-car race. We'll see if they just decide to they get in there and race it out. Might as well. Gosh, you got a free race. You know you're going to make the field, so might as well see. I mean, this might be a really good practice session for these guys to really see what the car can do in racing conditions. Get a little leg up on the competition.
Yeah, again, I think we talked about this last week. The question I always have with these heat races is, with these guys only getting the one set of tires, does the wear from these heat races carry over to the race? Because if that is the case, and these 20 laps could really put you at a disadvantage going into the to the main event.
Yeah, I don't know if iRacing is advanced enough to do something like that, but you may be right. And if that's the case, I would just go ahead and pull off right now.
Yeah.
I would just go right to the pit road and let's just let this one in. Excuse me.
Yeah, especially with 3 cars. I mean, you're in the field, so uh, you're not really benefiting yourself. You're going to be starting in the back, regardless of how this turns out for you. So, uh, but hey, they're always fun to watch, and who knows? Maybe we'll get to see some really good racing out of these three. Pace cars off, ready to take the green flag here. They are underway for 20 laps of this heat race to set the final starting positions of the main event of the Original Rebels 125.
Yeah, I think this will give us a good idea of kind of the way things will go. And if Bristol, if this car at Bristol's like any other car at Bristol, that high line will be really, really good to prevent passes. Some guys can go low, but you won't be able to clear out to the top of the track. That car will still want to push off the corner, and so the high line will just be superior because of being able to get that run off the corner. So it'll be interesting to see as we progress to the feature if anybody can make that low line work. I believe this is open setup, so some guys can try to work their car in the setup to be a little bit better on the bottoms, But it'd be interesting to see if somebody can pull that off.
Yes, for sure. Take a look from the perspective of Jamie Tweed and the 038 and see how close these guys are actually to each other. Looks like we've got a little bit of
in the wall.
Yeah, 55 is in the wall. That's going to move Jamie Tweed into second place. Shannon Wilder continues to lead this race, but Jamie Tweed's making a move to the inside. But again,
yeah, see what he did right there is about what it feels like you have to do. You have to go in and kind of slide up to the middle of the track and try to crowd that guy on the top to try to get a run off the bottom. So, like I said, really good practice for these guys to see how they can race in the feature.
Yes. You start planning your stuff right here. Take a look at Shannon Wilder, our leader, out of Williamsburg, Kentucky. Talked about Jamie Tweed in the 038. Let's take a look at Charlie Gates in the 55, who is running almost 3 seconds behind these two.
Oh, Shannon Wilder's in the wall. Hard, gets both right sides up on the wall.
Wow.
Caution is out.
With 10 laps to go, here in this heat race, caution is out. Hopefully, Shannon Wilder's not too damaged. Since he does have to take that car into the main event. Making his way down pit road.
Yeah, going back and looking at that wreck, he just, it looks like either the tires get a little hot or something, or maybe he just got on the gas a little bit too soon. But normally that car would come back down the hill, and he come off the corner and it just would not come back down and push up into that wall. So seems like you really have to be patient to try to make sure that you get that run down the hill off the corner as it transitions to the flat banking.
Yeah. We just got to take a look at that, and yeah,
Yeah, he just got to that point, and the car just did not want to turn. Yeah. So.
Wow.
But that's something for the memory bank. Like I said, I'm gonna repeat myself probably 3 or 4 more times tonight, I guess. But it's something he could put in his memory bank, take to the main. So this is the best time to be doing that. They have no respect for cones. They're knocking the cones around. Track guys are not gonna be happy about that.
They're just cones. A little wedding singer reference there for some of you older folks.
I've started running the dirt series with these guys from Original Rebels on
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday nights, and a lot of these guys make up that field. And right now, I know these guys are getting clowned on. They have such a good time. The short track guys know how to talk trash, have a little fun. Man, nobody takes it seriously, and so I love these heat things, especially in iRacing, because you're able to sit there and watch it if you're in the race, and so you could talk a little trash,
Yeah.
they're probably dogging on Shannon just a little bit for climbing the wall there. So it's a lot of fun. So I'm sure they're having a good time with this.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the dirt. I really can't figure it out. Uh, I've tried it a few times, and it's just not for me. Not my style of racing.
Yeah, it is definitely tough, and you can tell who's good at it immediately as you get in there, and they walk the dog with you
Oh
around
yeah.
the top side, and you just kind of feel like, well, I thought I was giving you the best I had there, and made me look like an idiot. So look like we're about to go back green with about 5 laps to go. See if they can get this one finished out, and we can go get into the main and get that one going.
And Jamie Tweed gets to jump, and he gets that 038 out in front. Ooh, 55 Charlie Gates gets a little loose, got some of the apron, but he holds on to it. And I'm curious to see if he's, yeah.
Got a good jump, but the 55 is starting to run down a little bit.
Yeah, he sure is.
In the middle of the corner, it seems to be a little bit faster. Jamie seems to struggle right there. Probably gets a little tight. So.
Oh, now the 38's in the wall. Oh, and so far, no caution. Well, looks like Jamie Tweed's going to get that one going. And a caution will not come out for that incident. Looks like he's going to manage. Well, no, he has already gone. Oh, no, he hasn't. Guessing Jamie Tweed was able to stay on the lead lap there.
They got a nice little 2-car battle here coming to the last checkered flag.
Well, I'm showing Shannon Wilder is actually a lap down. So Charlie Gates is going to win this heat event. And so he will get the better starting position out of the 3. So it looks like they'll have a couple minutes of warm-up time between the heat race and the main event, so that the drivers that weren't in the heat race can go get their tires warmed up, get their lubricants flowing, and get ready for this 125 laps.
Yeah, 125 laps is seemingly a long time, even though it's a short track and stuff. So 125 is a long way. So, I'll be interested to know, just how bad Bristol is on tires, because Kieran Church last week really fooled everybody, especially me, thinking he was going to the back, ended up in 11th place at one point, and then drove back through the field and took the win at the end over Griff. So it'd be exciting to see the different strategies. Some guys are wanting to jump out there a little bit earlier and get a lead and race and fight. Some are a little bit more passive and try to make it to the end. And of course, if that last caution didn't come out last week, Griff would have got the win. But
right,
it's just sometimes a lot of races luck. It's just it's a dice roll sometimes.
Yeah, it could definitely be a timing thing. I think we saw that even last week in the Cup Series. On Sunday that race came down to who really timed it right with the fuel, and it wasn't so much about when they pitted. It was just the way it was kind of weird. It was definitely different. And I believe Kyle Busch ran out of fuel pretty much as soon as they took the checkered flag, so they were right on the money with that one.
Yeah, that was a really exciting race. A lot of people dog fuel mileage races, but I love any kind of variable that comes
Oh,
in
yeah.
and adds to the racing. It's always good because everybody's good at different things. Even in sim racing, you got guys who are good at qualifying or good at race pace or good at being able to race around others and make passes and stuff like that. So it's always good to be able to test your limits. How good are you at pit strategy? Have you done the work to put in the work to do it? So I like it when they do different things.
I do too.
Looks like we're finally gridding
Yeah,
up, though, Jamie.
absolutely. Let's bring the grid up. Hasn't actually up just yet. There we go. All right. Finally have our starting lineup. So I misspoke earlier, not realizing that was a grid for the heat race because I didn't think we were going to run one. But Donald Clark is our pole winner for the main event here with a lap of 14.268. Man, these guys are really cooking it around this track. That's faster than Cup times right there. So we'll go through our starting lineup here. Looks like we have about 18 drivers in the field. So on the pole, as we just mentioned, Donald Clark in the 18th. His outside starting second, the number 30, Tyler Rice. Starting 12th, William Griffith from Reaper Racing. Starting 4th, Cody Bohm in the 78. Starting 5th, Garrett Kinder in the 76. Starting 6th, Joaquin Meza in the 92. Starting 7th, number 32, Jason Warren. Starting 8th, number 44 of Phil the Hitman Monzo. And starting 9th, number 98 of Sam Wetstein.
Starting 10 looks like Brandon Wallace in the 89 car. Starting 11th, we have Keith Lickenwalner in the 168. 12th, we got Josh Smith. 13th, we got, looks like Josh Oswalt. Sorry, Jamie.
And start.
Yeah, 14th looks like Chud Bassett. Okay. 15th, Dave Jones. 16th, Charlie Gates Jr. 17th, Shannon Wilder. And 18th is Jamie Tweed. Sorry about that.
I was probably slow getting that up there for you. That's our starting lineup for the original Rebels 125.
It's like we're green.
Oh, all right, off the bat.
No. Oh, the 18 and 30 get together right off the start. Oh my goodness, a huge pile.
Oh man, that collected almost the whole field right there. There's so much going on with that. Do my best to get the.
Yeah, it was our front row, Donald Clark and Tyler Rice. It's really hard to say exactly what happened there. They were pretty close. It's a little bit of net code there that kind of got that started, but just being right close to each other, and the 18 kind of hooks the 30, and once that happens, it's just a clear out of cars, just a parking lot. So, yeah, that's definitely not how you want to start it.
Yeah, that was definitely tough to call right there. The 30 was trying to stay off the wall, it looked like, and the 18 was almost kind of crowding him up there, and really they didn't really leave each other any room, and that was probably the biggest contributor to that right there.
Right. Yeah, the 18 may have been trying to just get that little extra entry into the corner to try to clear him out of two, and I hate to criticize anybody, because I'm not there, but it's pretty early to be crowding somebody and just a mistake. That's why
Right.
we have fast repairs, so they can get in there and get those cars fixed, get back out there, re-rack them, and get back at it.
So that's going to turn the lead over to that number 10 is Shannon Wilder. Yeah. Shannon Wilder. Wow. Something don't seem right there because he would have been starting way in the back. I know a lot of cars got caught up, but let's see if time and scoring catches up here with what's going on because I am showing the 10 right behind the pace car unless he was trapped behind a pace car.
Yeah, the pace car did come out right there at the crash. So, it looks to be sort of a timing nightmare going on right now because I show him in 10th. Yeah,
it is. So yeah, I'm showing the 10, the 7, and the 38 of Jamie Tweed. My guess, well, and even possibly Joaquin Meza. We'll have to get this sorted out once they get the one to go. Maybe they'll get waiver rounds.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Looks like they're on the tail end of the field. So
so
it'll definitely work itself out.
Sure, and that's still going to leave Donald Clark has managed to stay on the lead lap even though he was involved, but I don't really see a whole lot of damage to his car. So just as we kind of thought, those cars got to wave around the pace car. So Donald Clark continues to lead, and that's going to bring William Griffith up to second place on his outside. The lights are out on the pace car, so they will get back to racing this time by.
Yeah, that accident caused a couple guys to not have to make as many passes if they normally would. So they've been able to jump up quite a few spots there. So this pace car pulls off, and
Donald Clark gets a big jump.
Gets a huge lead. Yeah, wow, my goodness. No incidents gonna happen here between the front row.
No,
that's for sure.
No, definitely not.
So we've got a good battle for third between Garrett Kinder and Jason Warren.
And here comes William Griffith wanting to get that lead as he dives to the inside.
It bounces off the apron just a little bit. Has to check up, but yeah, man, he's there. They're getting racy. You see Jason Warren gets a good run up onto Griffith.
Our top four are really nose to tail right now. Take a look at Garrett Kinder's view of this as he's all over the bumper of Jason Warren in the 32. It looks like
caution is out.
Oh, caution's out again. Let's see what that was for.
For the 038 of Jamie Tweed.
Yeah.
It's like he got out of the groove and like he come off the corner, was trying to avoid the 7 car of Dave Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing outrageous, just didn't want to get into him and kind of got up out of the groove and kind of bounced it
off that wall.
And he
collects Joaquin Meza in the 92. Tough start for Jamie. No, it's definitely not the way he wanted to begin the evening, but still got some time here to battle back in this race. With only 18 cars in the field, and there is 125 laps here at Bristol, you kind of got to feel like as long as your car is running and you're still on the lead lap, you're never really out of it.
That's right. And there's a couple guys who've used fast repairs so far. You hate to see that so early on lap 12, but So with it being so long and like you said, just so few drivers, 18 cars, not that many. If you're faster, you'll make it up there in time. Just have to be a little bit patient. If you need to roll out of the throttle, just do it.
Right.
So far, it looks like Jason Warren. Just looking at the standings, Jason Warren's been one of the bigger beneficiaries of all those incidents and stuff, as he's moved up 5 spots from the 7th spot to 2nd. Josh Oswalt's up 8 spots to 5th. Chud Bassett's up 8 spots as well, and so a lot of guys making some big moves early on, some big names.
Yeah, absolutely. Good solid run for Chud Bassett. But so far, Donald Clark continues to lead. He's led all 15 of the laps so far. I'm sure he really feels like he dodged a bullet on that first incident, not taking a whole lot of damage to his vehicle there, especially those tires, the wheel areas. The wheel areas on these modifieds are definitely the weak points, since they're not protected. At least with a stock car, you've got fenders that kind of protects that stuff for you, but your wheels and suspensions are just out in the open on these modifieds.
Yep. Yeah, it seems like when these guys get racy, it's so easy to hook somebody in these. It's just there's so much to grab onto. And so it just seems like if you even get close to somebody, it just spins the back end around.
Yeah, the pace car, the lights are off on the pace car, so we will be going green again, and we'll take a ride around the inside of Donald Clark's cockpit, and you kind of see his view here. These modifieds, there's not a whole lot of visibility. That air filter from the engine is sitting right there in front of you, blocking you. It's very hard to be able to tell where your roll bars actually are because you can't see them. So that's probably what causes a lot of the hooking of other drivers is you just simply don't realize how close to them you are. So a lot of stuff.
A lot of trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Caution's out again.
Oh goodness. Like Chud Bassett. Sorry, Chud. I guess I jinxed you. Kind of been a lot of that recently where I talk about somebody and the next thing they're involved in an accident.
Well, he did a barrel roll through the sky, very Rusty Wallace like, and he ended up on the top of his roof. So,
wow. Yeah, he definitely went for a ride there. Luckily, this is virtual and Chud will be okay. Have you happened to see the highlight video from the Rebels race on Sunday night at Daytona?
With Pat?
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh my goodness, he went into orbit on that one.
Well, breaking news, everybody! Pat is not going on vacation. He actually accepted a job at NASA. He will be the first man on Mars. That was a test run, so congratulations to Pat. But yeah, he did. No, he definitely went way up in the air that time.
He sure did. That was the top of the catch fence was the only thing that kept that truck on the track. And I mean, I've after watching it, I felt really bad because I was
like, who caused it? Jamie? Do you remember?
I did. I mean, I don't remember who was on the outside, and I don't know if they were just really being aggressive with the side draft or what, but it got really bouncy in the trial roll when we were coming to the trial roll on that lap. And I don't know, man. We had been running like that for, I think that was like 20-something laps that we had gone green to start the race. And, man, that truck just kind of bounced up a little bit, and I caught the left quarter panel of the truck to the outside and turned him right into Pat. And that's what
Jamie,
did it. So.
I hate to call you say you did something wrong, but you did something wrong there. Is whenever you have an incident where you wreck somebody, you're supposed to say, I don't know what happened. I think it was
Ah,
net code.
no,
That's what I always go. Net code is always the one I throw out there.
yeah.
Because as racers, we don't make mistakes. Other
Uh,
people make mistakes, not us. So
that is one thing I do not. I will not pass the blame. I will own up to my mistakes.
there you go.
It was my fault completely. Now again, maybe again a little bit aggressive with the side drafting. Maybe could have avoided that situation, but
You'll take about 85% of the blame.
that's right.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's
right.
right.
There you
That's
go.
right. That's right. I'm not even sure who was involved there on the outside. I don't
He's
remember.
getting 15%.
Patrick
was probably at fault a little bit. We'll give him 5%.
Well, he was in front of me, right? I mean, he wouldn't just get out of the way and let me lead. That's right.
That's what he did. That's exactly right. That's what he did wrong.
If he didn't want to get wrecked, he should have let me lead the race.
That's right. No, that's the fun part about it. You're right. Being in this virtual cars, in real life, you have a wreck like that, or you worry about your own safety and the safety of other drivers, man. But here on iRacing, we don't have to worry about that. We can laugh it off and walk away with all our limbs intact and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. All right. Lights are off on the pace car.
See if we can get a long green flag run here.
Looking to see if Donald Clark continues to get that big jump. Pace car is off, and he is gone. Jason Warren is now. Ooh, Garrett Kinder going to look to the outside of Jason Warren, but William Griffiths decided he was going to go to the inside there and put a stop to that run from Garrett. Meanwhile,
the high line definitely looks pretty strong right now. I don't know if that'll change, but it looks like if you somehow get stuck on the bottom, it can be real tough to do anything. You see Griffith being on the bottom there. He's under attack from Garrett Kinder and the 47 of Josh Smith. So.
the field kind of gets spread out a little bit now for the first time. Take a look at the track map and kind of show it. We got about half the racetrack is covered with cars right now, which goes to show you how quickly you can go a lap down here at Bristol when the car running at the back of the field is already more than half a lap down to the race leader, Donald Clark.
Yeah, if you ain't careful here and you sneeze, you look down at your relative, all of a sudden there's a red car behind you and the relative, so you have to be careful. Up here at the front, looks like Jason Warren and Garrett Kinder are really, really getting high in the middle of the turns, and it's seems to be doing really well for them. There's all three kind of getting away from the pack, but Donald Clark running that middle lane, bottom lane, and he's able to really keep pace with these guys, so.
Take a look at our battle here for first place. We got the top three: Donald Clark, Jason Warren, Garrett Kinder, all within a second of each other. As Jason Warren closes up a little bit closer to that 18 car.
And Jason Warren's just
we got a wreck. And William Griffith has crashed this time. Take a look at what happened. He gets that wall. And Jamie Tweed again is involved, trying to avoid it. He ends up turning up into the wall himself. Joaquin Meza again. And the 10 car of Shannon Wilder. Yeah, exactly. Bristol.
Oh, man.
We talked about this the other night at South Boston. The short tracks like this, it's really no different than super speedways. When the accident happens, everything's clogged up and guys have nowhere to go. And when you're getting around this place in 14 seconds, man, I mean, you're covering a lot of ground very quickly. So you get the big ones here just like you get at Talladega and Daytona.
Yeah, you're just going so fast that you can't just turn your left turn signal on, just cut left real quick. The cars aren't designed to do that. they're designed to be in the turns, and so you have a wreck like that entering in the middle of the straightaway. Sometimes there's just nowhere to go. You can't get on the brakes hard in these cars. I've learned that. You get on the brakes and it will just dump you. So it's really hard to get woed up.
Looks like there are some takers on pit road.
Yeah, these guys going to get their hammers out and go get to work. Try to get them tires at least straight. It looks like that's going to be a common theme tonight. That getting those right side tires on that wall and just walking up that wall. It's done got pretty much everybody that's had an incident other than that first one in the initial corner. It's pretty much been guys pushing up off the corner and grabbing that wall. So
Yep.
definitely not going to be the last time.
No, and again, it's all caused. These cars' spatial awareness is just very difficult with these four modifieds. Part of the challenge, though. Uh-oh. Looks like we've got an issue going on between Sam Wetstein and Keith Lichtenwalner. Not sure what happened there since we are under caution. Gonna get it or what happened? Unfortunately, it's our race rewind is not going to cooperate and show us the incident. There we are, back to the front. Donald Clark continuing to lead. Led 37 of the 125 laps so far. The original Rebels 125 in the Thunderstruck Toro Modified Series.
Yeah, they're getting them lined up to go at it again.
Lights are off on the pace car, so once it pulls off, Donald Clark will have control of the field and can go when he chooses. He decided, he held it down a little bit this time on Jason Warren, trying to keep Jason from guessing.
Yeah, there's been a couple times that bottom groove has actually had gotten into the 18s. I don't know if he's letting off a little bit on the restarts or whatever, but it's really stacking that bottom.
Oh, Josh Smith turns.
Oh, no.
Jason Warren in the 32. Caution is out again. Take another look at that. We saw it live, but look at it again. Josh Smith got a good run up off, but too good of a run and could not get off the bumper of Jason Warren and spun him around. But if I know Jason, that's just going to give him a little fun to come back up through the field and pass all those cars to get back to the front.
Oh, man, he'll be getting with it. I haven't been here in this league too long, but there's definitely a few names that stick out to me. Jason Warren's one of them. He has a lot of bad luck for sure. Last night in the late night cup race, he was leading the race and got taken out by a lap car, and man, drove all the way up through the field and was running down the leader at about 4/10 with about 10 laps to go, and then got disconnected from the server. So he can definitely get it done, make it exciting. He's definitely one of the drivers I like to race the most. But just every once in a while, just has some real bad luck, man.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny in racing how some people just seem to find that that bad luck little, I don't know, forgot what I was going to call it, but
like the anti-rabbit's foot. It's like like a frog's foot or something.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No, definitely no frog's feet. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe some frog
foot.
maybe some frog legs, but no frog feet.
He's got a possum foot. Is what he's got. You don't want that.
No, leave the possums alone, Jason.
But I tell you what, though, if there's anybody who can come all the way back from 10th in plenty of time to get that lead, it's going to be him. He's got such a bunch of talent. Such a fun guy to race around. We've had a lot of good battles in the Cup and the Xfinity League. So it definitely somebody who can make it up through the field. Brandon Wallace, look at Brandon Wallace in 4th place, man. What a quiet run he's having of just moving up 6 spots, taking advantage of people having trouble, and up to 4th place. That's awesome. Good job, Brandon.
Brandon Wallace in the 89. Also, Josh Jett has got that 17 car up to 3rd.
These cautions are brutally long. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're delaying them or whatever. You know, I know at Richmond last night there was some really long cautions. So, you would hope at some of these short tracks they could get iRacing and get these where they could go to green a little bit quicker.
Right.
Looks like we're getting the one to go now.
Yeah, so the lights are off on that pace car. Completed 44 of the scheduled 125 here. The original Rebels 125. Donald Clark has led from the green flag. Pace car is off, and he gets that good jump again. Garrett Kinder is trying to hold on to 2nd place. He's got a fight from Josh Jett, who falls back a little bit. We'll see if Garrett Kinder now has anything for Donald Clark as he pulls up onto his bumper.
Yeah, he's right on him. He's like a hawk stalking his prey, man. He's right there. I wonder if Donald has a little bit of damage still, because I know he didn't pit, but Garrett Kinder is all over him for the lead. Looks like Donald's getting in the corner just a little bit better than Garrett, but Garrett's getting a little bit better run off the corner, so they are pretty much neck and neck. Donald running a 14.22, Garrett running a 14.20, so almost identical lap times.
They do seem to be pulling away from the rest of the field a little bit now. And we've got Cody Boehm. I think this is the first time we've talked about him tonight. He's up to 4th. We've got a car in the wall somewhere. Has not brought out the caution, so we will keep focused on the racing action. Cody Boehm, he was our race winner the other night at South Boston Speedway. And Magic Monzo Street Stock Series.
Yeah, he had a dominant performance that night.
Oh, yes, he did.
There was a lot of cautions, and he was the leader, and he was able to control those restarts, and nobody really was able to challenge him. So he was able to bring home the victory and make it look easy.
Yeah, he had a late challenge. Colton Langford put it all out there trying to get to him, and ended up coming in 3rd. I was thinking about Colton today. I'm wondering if he's got feeling back in his arm yet. Colton, if you're listening, buddy, let us know these things. We know you were excited, and we were happy for you, man.
He was, man. It was his first podium. He was excited, and so that was awesome. And Jason Warren's back up to 4th place. He's already.
Wow.
Yeah, he is wearing them out. I definitely got the camera on him. I'm keeping track of that. So.
Tell you what, let's take this opportunity. Hopefully, it kind of has a green flag feel to it. See if we can't get through the field here and take a look at where all of our drivers are at. We got Donald Clark, who has led from the beginning. He's led every single lap. Continues to pace this original Rebels 125. Hot on his heels is the 76 of Garrett Kinder. Sure, Garrett's got some family watching tonight. Usually got a lot of supporters. Jason Warren has made his way back. He's up to third now as he's made a pass on Josh the Jet Oswald. We got Josh the Jet running in fourth in that 17 car. And as we just talked a moment ago about Cody Bohm in the 78. He's running fifth now. Brings us to Brandon Wallace in the sixth position at number 89. A little bit further back, we got the 55 of Charlie Gates running in seventh. And a solid run for Phil the Hitman Monzo in that 44 car. He's sitting in eighth. Followed by Dave Jones in that number 7 out of Tampa, Florida. Another Florida fellow here. Take a look at Josh Smith, who was running up at the front earlier. That number 47, he looks to make his way back up through the field. Out of Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. Posted a picture here of him and the King, Richard Petty.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool, Josh. I'm going to take a look at Tyler Rice, who was involved in that first. Oh, no, Tyler, as soon as I bring it to you, you wreck. That's not what you're supposed to do. Tyler Rice at number 30, he has got a lot of damage, a lot of smoke coming out that car. But so far, a caution has not come out. Looks like he's going to try to get it back to pit road. Not sure if he has any fast repairs left. He was involved in that first lap incident.
Got the broadcast a curse there.
I know. I'm sorry, Tyler. Take a look at the number 98 of Sam Wetstein. He's running in 11th. Looks like Sam is 2 laps down. Take a look at the 92 of Joaquin Meza out of Pico Rivera, California, which is, as he says, the greater Los Angeles area. Look here. Oh, heard another car banging off the wall. Not sure who it was, but we're still on the green. Take a look at the 04 of Chud Bassett, running in 14th. Oh, he's moved up to 13th now. And we got the 12 car of William Griffith, who has gone another lap down to the leaders on the track here. Brings out the 168 of Keith Lichtenwalder. Guessing is no longer running on the track. So that is our trip through the field. Back to the leader.
Yeah, they are in lap traffic. They are in it deep. And Jason's already gotten around Garrett and now is going for the lead under Donald Clark. Gonna try to set the pick, and actually Donald sets the pick on Jason.
Absolutely.
Goes to the outside. So it is heating up for the lead up here.
Yeah, he used that number 7 car to his advantage right there. That was a good move. And, good patient move by Jason to not try to force the issue, to just realize what was going to happen there, and that was not and the 18 is in the wall. We're going to be 3 wide. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. And Garrett Kinder gets through that mess unscathed. Looks like we got our leader, or was our leader, Donald Clark, is now on his roof and is probably going to have to tow. Tough break. That was just man. See if we can take another look at that. See.
Yeah, just got in there 3 wide after the 18 got into the wall a little bit and got a little squirrely, but he was able to wrap it back up. And then as they got 3 wide, there's just not enough room.
Right.
And it's so tough to try to get through that.
Yeah. Joaquin Meza is collected. William Griffith was collected. And Garrett Kinder came out of it looking pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like Jason was able to keep the lead there. I don't know. I'll be interested to see what race control does.
Yeah, that's, it's one of those situations where iRacing put him back in front because he was in front of Garrett, but sometimes I think that's something they need to get straightened out. Uh, when you're involved in an accident, that being ahead of somebody at the last scoring loop shouldn't really matter anymore.
That's right. Yeah, I mean they could do contact detection for say like the lucky dog. If you have an incident, I
That's
had
right.
somebody hit me under caution one time, and I lost. You just a
Right.
0x, just a little tap, and you lose the lucky dog. So you'd think that
Right.
they'd be able to get that fixed up. So
Absolutely.
it looks like Donald Clark has went ahead and retired. So tough deal for him. You hate to see that. He'd been running up front and just you know, it's hard to say anybody was at fault because he kind of got into the wall and there was 3 wide
Right.
with a lap car after that happened, and there's just not a whole lot of room. So it's just one of those. It was definitely a racing deal. He just got the bad end of that one.
Yeah, he absolutely did. He had a very strong performance tonight. Led 75, well, maybe 74 laps. You know, from the start of the race, he paced his field. So tough break, and definitely there was nothing there intentional from anybody. I think there was a lot of avoidance that was going on, and people, trying to avoid, and that really kind of even led to the incident itself. Was people trying to stay off of each other created a bigger mess, but it's a tough break, and that's just Bristol,
And that's how it's so famous.
That's
That
right.
stuff right there that makes it famous. It's a place to watch racing. It's fun to race there for sure, but it's definitely a spectator track. It's there to put cars in uncomfortable positions, make you have to race around each other. And back in the day when the grooves were around the bottom in NASCAR, it just, hey, this car is in my way, and sometimes the only way around is to get them out of the way.
Right.
And so that's the charm of Bristol. It puts you in uncomfortable positions as a race car driver. Sometimes you're on the winning end, sometimes you're on the losing end. So it looks like everybody's been on both sides so far. I mean, even Donald, he was on the winning end of that first incident and on the losing end of this one. So he usually works himself out. Looks like we're getting ready to go green.
Pace car's off. Jason Warren gets a good jump, but Garrett Kender stays right with him.
Garrett Kender got a good restart.
And he's going
to run on the outside, yeah. Oh.
I wonder if Jason Warren might have gotten some suspension damage or something. Just not looking as fast as he was, before that caution came out.
Yeah.
But Garrett Kender is now the leader.
It looked like his car was shimmying a little bit off that bottom side, but the last couple laps, it looks like he's gotten it figured back out. Sometimes you can get your toe off a little bit and kind of take a couple laps and readjust it. It looks like he's starting to run Kender down.
Yeah, and they're both mirroring each other now with running that high line. And they are pulling away from the rest of the field. They run 1-2.
Yeah, they are a good 0.2 faster than anybody else on the track. And Garrett, man, he is really flirting with that wall, but that's what he's doing. He's making so much speed off the top, but he is getting so close.
Right. Take a look
at a little loose.
Back from Jason Warren. The rest of the field is not even within view. So, well, yeah, there you go. Third place car, Cody Bohm, is a straightaway away from these two leaders who are nose to tail. Jason Warren looks to try to make a move on the inside, but gets back in line.
Yeah, great battle up here. It's just, Jason trying to be patient, waiting for a mistake. There's no reason to really go up there and just take it from Garrett right now, especially pulling away from the field.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it before. Sometimes it's the best position to be in. You can kind of pace yourself as the leader. You're the carrot. You're the one that's setting the pace. So you kind of have to make your own decision. Where Jason, he can kind of base his, off of what Kinder's doing. And
Mm-hmm.
if he feels like he's a little bit faster, he can just save a little bit by riding right behind him. If you get close to somebody, try to be sometimes it's fun to just get right on someone's bumper and say, all right, well, I'm gonna ride right here. Don't make a mistake, and try to get somebody to just tag the wall a little bit or something, or get loose, and then you can get a run on him. You see Garrett gets a little loose off that corner, but
Yeah. I brought the track map up again to just kind of show, the distance from them to third place. It's one thing when you talk about it in seconds. It's a whole nother when you actually see what that looks like. And as these leaders are going into turn one, the third place car, Cody Bohm, was just getting off of turn 4. So they have definitely put quite a bit of distance between them and the rest of the field. But they are quickly approaching lap traffic as they are running down the where's he at?
that car just gets out of the way. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Gave him plenty of room there.
Well, I can tell you what. I tell you, somebody who ain't scared, and that's Garrett Kinder right now. He is putting down some laps. He hasn't made a mistake. He is not giving in. I'm sure he Jason probably feels like he's faster, but Garrett is.
No. Jason's in the wall again. Oh, big wreck.
Oh my goodness.
Jason
Caution is out.
Yeah. Yeah. Jason didn't have damage before. He's got it now.
Yeah, he's crab walking the wrong way.
Yeah. Let's see if we can go back and take a look at that again. Yep.
Yeah, same thing, Jamie. It was this, you just get to the wall and you touch it just a little bit, and that car just climbs up the wall.
Yeah. It was interesting because he was further off of the wall than Garrett was. Now, I wouldn't think these modifieds would have an issue with aero, getting that aero push, but so it's kind of odd that Garrett up higher was able to get off that corner just fine, but Jason pushed up into it. Oh man, yeah, he is definitely not going straight.
Yeah, if they turned around and went backwards, Jason would be the fastest car on the track right now by a mile. But Jason looks like he does get his fast repair. He goes in, they look at it real quick, and he's running straight again. So
99 laps completed. That's going to turn the lead. Well, no, don't turn. Garrett Kinder continues to hold the lead, and Cody Bohm is now up to second. And Josh Smith, who was running up in front earlier, we saw him in the back when we did our little pass through the field, is now back up to third place. So a good recovery for the 47.
but it looks like as we cross the line and we got probably another couple laps under caution. Looks like we're going to have about a 18 lap shootout. Not a lot of time. Jason Warren was able to get that fast repair, but he's back in 8th, and he's got a lot of fast cars to pass to get back up there. He's done it once. I don't know if he has time to do it again, but we're definitely going to find out.
Yeah, and we've already seen that Garrett Kinder is definitely Not to take anything away from Cody Bohm. I mean, he's running in second. He's had a really good run tonight, but we saw in that last run that Garrett just continued to steadily pull away from them. So Garrett's going to get an opportunity here to really get some separation from Jason, as Jason has to work through this field. And you're right, but the amount of laps are left, I just don't see Jason be able to make up that much ground on Garrett. He's going to need a late caution to really get back in contention here for the win.
And I'd say the odds of that are pretty high. So,
Yeah.
watching that last run, I was watching Kinder and Warren. They were just so aggressive on that top line as we're getting ready to go green. So I would think if anybody's going to win the race or compete with the two, they're going to have to get up into the fence and get that speed like they were.
Yeah. Garrett gets a good jump on the restart. Cody Bohm looks to keep him honest here as he stays close to that back bumper to 76.
Jason Warren got into the wall again as he's trying to go over the top side of Hitman Monzo. Is able to get clear, but almost climbed up the fence again.
Jason, I don't know. I can't remember how many fast repairs they get, but he's driving like he still has some in his pocket, so maybe they get more than one.
Oh yeah, Jason definitely got a fast repair. He's just right now he's going to struggle with these two cars being side by side that just can't get around him. He's watching Garrett Kinder just get a lead, and that pink car is going off into the distance, and he's just like, "Please, guys, come on, settle it." They do it right now, and he gets up to the top side. He's going to try to get around Cody Bohm as he squeezes in there, and he does. He's up to second place, Jamie.
He sure is, man. He got up there faster than I really thought he could, but Garrett Kinder has opened up a gap. With 19 laps to go, will Jason Warren have enough to not only catch Garrett, but then he's got to pass him? And is he going to use up too much tire to get caught back up here?
Yeah, I talked about the last time they were nose to tail. I was saying that sometimes the second place car can put a little pressure and cause the leader to make a little mistake. As Garrett gets into the wall, he starts to drag the tires on the top wall, and Jason Warren gets a ride on him.
Yep. Oh, and Garrett's in the wall again. Jason Warren now takes the lead, and he is pulling away. He has opened up almost a full second on Garrett Kinder in just that one lap. As Cody Bohm and Josh the Jet Oswald are battling over third place. Well, I tell you, Garrett has gathered it back up, and he's maintaining that distance now on Jason Warren with 14 laps to go. Is Kinder going to find some magic and get back up there and still compete for this win?
Yeah, Jamie, they're running very similar lap times, almost identical. So he's going to have to find just a little bit of extra, and hopefully he doesn't find the wall, but just a little bit of extra track or a little bit extra throttle if he's going to try to catch Jason after that wall tag. But like I said, these guys have been tagging the wall all night, so Garrett's going to have to just stick with it. And if Jason somehow gets into the wall, just like what happened to Kinder, he'll be right there ready to pounce.
Yeah,
Garrett was about half a tenth faster that lap.
Sure was. When he got into the wall really solidly there, and when he fell back so quickly to Jason, I really thought he had hurt the car. But apparently he was just having to get his rhythm back and get gathered back up, because he's back on the move now, trying to run Jason Warren down with 10 laps to go.
Yeah, just a little bit slower that time Kinder was, but well, I'll try to keep track of the lap times as we flick these laps off. We got 8 laps to go now. And Kinder a little bit faster. I'm seeing Jason's car get a little bit bigger.
Yeah, Garrett Kinder is kind of maintaining that 0.6 of a second back. Drops it down into the about, bounces around between 5 and 0.6.
Man, what a show these guys are putting on. These two are putting on a clinic, and they're making this is so exciting to watch as they really hanging out there. Both of them bounced off the wall trying to win this race.
And Jason Warren is going to have lap traffic to deal with here very shortly. As Garrett falls back a little bit that lap, he's now 0.7 of a second back.
A slow car on this top side that's really off the pace, so Jason's going to have to be real careful here.
That's Sam Wetstein, who had a pretty big wiggle there mid-corner. Jason now makes his way around the 55 car. Once again, Garrett closes that gap down to 0.6. 4 laps remaining in the original Rebels 125.
Well, a masterful job these two are doing getting through this lap traffic.
Oh yeah,
it's not easy, but they have done hell of a job to get around these guys and still running very, very fast lap times. They're almost identical, both of them.
Yeah. 2 laps to go. Garrett just can't seem to close that gap any closer. White flag is out. Jason Warren heads down the backstretch into turn 3. Through turn 3, off of turn 4 he comes to the checker flag, and Jason Warren wins the original Rebels 125 here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Wow, what a race.
Absolutely.
Man, these cars are so much fun to watch. I cannot believe how much fun this has been the last couple of weeks watching these guys drive these things. It's just a blast. So good job, Jason Warren, Garrett Kinder, and a good third place at Cody Bowen.
Jason Warren, Garrett Kinder, Cody Bohm are your top 3. We will talk to them here shortly after they burn them down and put on a smoke show. Well, if his buddies allow him to. Josh Oswald brings it home 4th, with Brandon Wallace in 5th. Josh Smith with a decent finish in 6th after the trouble that he got into earlier that put him towards the back. Bill Monza with a nice run coming home 7th. Charlie Gates, 8th. Sam Wetstein made a nice recovery with a 9th place finish. And Joaquin Meza rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, a lot of really good finishes from guys who were kind of quiet tonight, but just took advantage of people who were, had some mistakes. And guys got into the wall, and drivers like Brandon Wallace who are, quiet on the track, but definitely drove a really safe race. Was kept his car clean, tires and out of the wall. Was able to come home 5th place. So good job for him.
Oh, for sure. Let's see if I can get Jason Warren in the booth here, and we'll see what he has to say about this race tonight. Hey, Jason, this is Jamie and Eddie up in the booth. You got a copy?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much, man. Hey, you passed a whole ton of cars there tonight, having to make your way back up through the field a couple times there, and man, that was an exciting race you guys put on. So why don't you take us through it?
Pouring sweat right now. Qualified terribly. I spun on my first lap, which is in these cars, it's basically a wash lap anyway to get the tires warmed up. So I didn't qualify well, but apparently a bomb went off on lap 1, so I was up to 3rd or 4th rather quickly. And then just trying to race Donald and Kinder from there on out, and I think someone got into me, no big deal. I mean, it's Bristol, stuff happens, and made our way back to the front. And I may have been at fault. I don't know. I think Donald scraped the wall, and then I got underneath him, and then I accidentally, I had to get underneath him or rear end him once. Then I took it 3 wide, and I think me and Meza made contact, and I got in Donald. If that was my fault, I apologize to both of them. I try to race as clean as possible, and I hate when stuff like that happens. And then Kinder got a great. I was always really wary on restarts because of the heat cycle on the tires. I didn't want to spin. So Kinder Senate got the lead, and then I freaking did 8 flips bouncing off the wall. I had to drive back to the field, and I think Kinder got in the wall, and we stole one. That's Kinder's race. We stole it, but I'll take it.
Well, good race, Jason. I don't. You just don't like to win them easy. That's what I think. I think you don't like to just take them and take a get out front and just lead every lap. You want to go through the field a couple times, but take us to that last little bit with you and Kinder, because y'all were just wearing the field out. After a few laps, you guys were a turn ahead of third place. What was your strategy? What were you going to do? How were you going to get around? Because it looks like the two fastest drivers were running right against the fence in the turns. Was there any way you were going to be able to get up under him without him just making a mistake?
No, my strategy was I think I might. We were basically dead even. I think I might have could have gotten a little closer to him, put a little pressure on him, try to make him a little jittery, nervous, maybe scrape the wall. As far as passing him, I would had to dive down to the inside, and I probably would have gotten loose in the process or drifted up. So basically, just try to force him to make a mistake. That was the plan anyway.
Well, man, great job, great finish.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, Jason, anybody you need to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for doing a great broadcast. I watched last week's race, and it was freaking awesome. You guys do a great job. Like thank 09 Race Shop. They're freaking unbelievable. Kinder, I know he's been wanting to win one of these short track races, and I thought he had it and not. I wasn't going to give it to him, though. I was going to race his ass off. It kind of sucks what happened to him. I was hoping he'd pull it out. Like I thank Big Frig, along with Ray Page, Oswald, and Aaron Ward for helping with the league. Swink and Elliot Longenecker for doing race control. All the guys in this league are just super cool dudes, and we race on these short tracks every week, and you expect tempers to flare and stuff, but about 96.4% of the time, everybody keeps their cool, and it's really fun stuff, really fun racing. I just appreciate all them. And I'd like to give a shout out to Magic Mike because he's the freaking man.
Yeah, well, congratulations on this big win, Jason. Yeah, man. I mean, not to drag this out, but the incident that you had there with Donald, it definitely started with Donald getting in the wall, and it really looked like we watched it back, and it just looked like everybody was trying to stay off of everybody, and then that just kind of created the big bottleneck as you guys went into turn one. I mean, yeah, you did get into Donald, but you really had nowhere to go. Just one of those things, man. So I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad about it. Definitely isn't anything he should be upset with you about. So congratulations on the great run, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
I appreciate it. You guys have a good night.
All right, you too, man. All right, Garrett. It's Jamie and Eddie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do, guys. What's going on?
Not much, man. Man, I thought you were going to win a race here, man. Had a good, strong run. Not to knock on finishing second, but man, that wall got you. But go ahead and take us through your race.
Well, a lot like Warren said earlier, I didn't qualify all that hot. I qualified, I guess, 2 spots up in front of him. And luckily, we both avoided that nuclear explosion that happened turn 1, lap 1. So it moved up the field a little bit. Early run, you could run the bottom, you could run middle. As soon as your tires started going, I found that the fence, just ripping the fence down, was the best way to do it. Of course, that does come with risks, as I well demonstrated. Warren demonstrated a couple of times. You get up in the wall and things get a little hairy. There was one time I got up in the wall and it took me, or I hit the apron, hit the wall, and it took me a full half of a lap and it ended up getting the car settled back down to where it was halfway drivable again. But man, fast car tonight. I love these highline dominant tracks. I love ripping the wall down. I drive off my right rear a lot. I think it was down to about 39% there at the end of the race.
Wow.
It was a dang good time. Jason was right on my tail whenever I was running first, and man, it was just a blast. I enjoyed doing it. We were smack talking each other a little bit back and forth in race comms. We were having a good time.
Well, man, Garrett, that was so much fun to watch. Y'all are so much fun to watch in these cars. I love it. It makes me want to get out there and race a little bit. But I mean, going down towards the end there, I mean, y'all were pretty much neck and neck. Jason was putting in some good lap time, and so were you. Did you have anything towards the end to try to run him down?
Oh no, that long green flag run we had, where we were both running the wall, P1 and 2. I think we both used up about all the tires that we really had to make anything just fantastic happen. So from then on, it was the dude in front's going to have to make the mistake, or the guy behind's not getting around. There was no way I could have cut down. There was no. I mean, he stayed about. I think he started 8/10. I think I reeled him into 6 at one point, and then I ended up getting a little loose off exit, got up in the marbles a little bit too high, and jumped back to 8. And I think I reeled it back down to 7/10. So I think in those closing probably 20 laps, we were running very, very similar lap times. I can't tell you for sure, but it seemed like he and I were running basically the same race, and he came out ahead. I messed up. I mean, I'll give it to him. He messed up a couple times, and he drove his way back through the field and got around me. I mean, hats off to Jason. Heck of a racer. Outstanding performance, just making it exciting, I guess. But yeah, it was just, man, I can't say enough. It was fun. I love these little short tracks, man.
Yeah, y'all were the damn show. There ain't no doubt about it. We just left the camera on y'all for the last 50 laps, and just kind of let y'all have at it, and you let y'all be the show. And so that was so much fun to watch, y'all.
I appreciate it, man. It was a fun time racing it. You should get out here and jump in.
Well, you got anybody to thank, man? Any shout outs or anything like that?
Of course, I want to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch. They've come back on this season. We're still running fairly strong. I don't get to run every one of these modified races, but the ones I do get to run, I like to get up here in the podium and give them a shout out. Families watching back home, Mom, Dad, Kane, Colby, Ashley, Cody, love all y'all. Miss y'all. See y'all here in a couple of days. I'm going to come down, and we're going to spend some time together on the 4th. I don't know what y'all's 4th plans already, Jamie, but I hope y'all have a happy 4th of July.
You too, man.
I want to thank Jason, of course, Josh Oswald. They've both helped me a lot in this short track game. I wouldn't be anywhere near where I'm at right now if it wasn't for those two guys. Joaquin Meza, Josh Oswald run this league over here. Magic Mike, just because it's Magic Mike and he's the man. And yeah, man, thank y'all up in the booth. It's fun watching these back. I do only tend to watch the ones back wherever I end up doing halfway decent, just because I don't want to have to relive some misery. But I think I'll end up watching this one back for sure.
Hey, Garrett, I do the same thing, man. If I don't have a good run, I don't watch that broadcast. So I feel you.
Man, I don't blame you.
I don't take offense to it at all. But I'm sure you'll go back and watch this one. Hopefully, and quit trying to take Eddie out of the booth, man. Okay, when Pat comes back off vacation, Eddie can go race again. Until then, he stays right where he's at. All right.
Well, contract. Good grief,
man. I think Eddie's just going to whoop up on me though. He's a rocket ship in just about anything he drives.
Absolutely.
No, that's not true at all. That dirt y'all whooped my tail the other night. Made me look like a rookie. So.
All right, Garrett.
Well, I appreciate y'all guys.
Yeah, congratulations on your second place finish, man. And same to you. Have a good 4th of July with the family, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, guys, take it easy.
All right. Let's see if we can get Cody.
Oh, I'm racing 78.
There he is. Still ain't changed that name. Cody, this is Jamie and Eddie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Not much, man. Getting to talk to you for twice this week. Man, that's a good week right there. You won on Monday, finishing third on Wednesday. Go ahead and take us through your race.
Yeah, lap 1, that was pretty crazy. It was kind of pissed me off because we wrecked on lap 1. That's the first time I had a good qualifying lap to start up front in a while. So kind of sucked, but just kind of rode around, got the lucky dogs, and just was patient and got up to the front.
Well, you had a quiet 3rd place finish, just you kind of just hung around up front showing speed. Did you think you had anything? Could you see anything that the front 2 were doing that you could emulate and try to get up there and race with them?
Absolutely not. Maybe just learn how to drive faster. I don't know, because they were really, really fast.
Well, I tell you what, finishing 3rd to those 2 is an achievement for sure. So, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, Jason Warren, that was, I don't know, he blew by me, and I thought my car was gonna shake because of how fast he flew by me. But I mean, that guy's pretty good.
Well, all right, man. Well, you got anybody you want to thank? Any shout outs? Anybody watching you want to shout out to?
Yeah, actually, I'd like to shout out Garrett Kinder's family. They're real big fans of mine, so thank you to them for watching every week. Appreciate it a ton.
All right, man. Well, thank you. Good job.
Yeah, congratulations, man, on a strong run. Been a great week for
Thank
you.
you.
So have a good 4th, man. We'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.
All right, that is our top 3. See if we can bring up the final standings here.
Well, while you're doing that, man, I have to admit, man, this is the best series that I think we have here because it has delivered every time. Like I don't know if I want to run it. I enjoy calling the race or at least just watching it. Man, it just put on such a good show.
Well, I am not sure what has happened here. I don't know if we lost we're having some technical difficulties with our timing and scoring program, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to bring up the race results. We have seen the ticker scrolling by. Jason Warren was our winner, followed by Garrett Kinder in the 76, Cody Bowman in the 78, Joshua Jett Oswald in that 17, Brandon Wallace in the 89, Josh Smith in the 47, Phil Monzo, losing track over here, Charlie Gates in the 55, Sam Wetstein in the 98, Joaquin Meza in the 92, Dave Jones in the 7, Chud Bassett in the 04, Donald Clark in the 18, William Griffith in the 12, Tyler Rice in the 30, Keith Lichtenwalder in the 168, Jamie Tweed in the 038, and rounding out the field tonight was Shannon Wilder in the 10. So that was quite a race that we got to watch here from Bristol in the original Rebels 125. Several, we had a lot of cautions, but we still got a lot of green flag racing too. So that's always good at Bristol when you get that, and several lead changes. I know Donald Clark's probably really disappointed with the way the race finished for him after having just a dominating performance for the first 75 laps. But hey, gotta run all 125 of them to win. So, what's your thoughts on it, Eddie?
Yeah, I think it was just all around for a short track series in a short track race at Bristol. I think it delivered, in all facets of a race that you look for. There's going to be cautions, there's going to be green flag runs, and we had a fantastic battle for the lead. We had a couple mistakes by some fast guys that shook up the field a little bit. So I don't know what else could you ask for. I really don't know how much you can get out of a race. And these guys really juiced that lemon today and got it all out. So, man, so much fun this series, this Thunderstruck series. It's just a really awesome series, and just want to thank you and Pat for letting me come up here and broadcast in Pat's place. And I can't take the spot, but I sure do appreciate you letting me do it with you, and it's been a lot of fun. So.
Well, I, for one, definitely appreciate you filling in for him while he's out camping with his family. This is not my comfort zone, actually running the broadcast. I don't mind doing the broadcast and just sitting here talking, but this is a lot to be involved when you're by yourself. So you have made this a whole lot easier for me this week. So I definitely appreciate it. And anytime you want to come up in the booth with us, you know you're more than welcome. You just come right on up. So,
thank you. Well, thanks to all the viewers, everybody who's out there watching. If you're still watching, bless you. Listen to us just ramble, but thank y'all for watching. Please come back every week as you can see, this series is so awesome. Very, very fun to watch. So if you're watching, you want to put this down on your calendar, come back and watch these guys every week because they put on a show. So
absolutely. Yeah. Echo Eddie's thoughts. Thank you for everybody that has watched us tonight and hung out with us. Had some people in chat, so that's always fun. Again, we appreciate it, and guys just keep supporting us so we can keep doing this stuff. And that is a wrap from Bristol. Everybody have a good evening. We're clear. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I mean, this was a freaking game changer, man. Still little hiccups, things I wasn't quite smooth with, especially like driver info, being up there on the interviews. I'm just nitpicking with that, but you know, it's yeah. Well, no, that's fine, man. You're fine. No, because more you're talking, the less I have to. So it's I'm all about it. Oh man. Oh, did they? All right, man. Well, I'll give you a go Bulldogs for tonight. But so. All right, man. We'll take it easy. And again, man, hey, I do really appreciate you helping me out with this week, and it's definitely taking a load off me. So thank you so much. All right.
Like I said, I've got if y'all want to flavor, if you want me to run it one day so you can take it, just be able to.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. All right, sounds good. But all right, brother. Well, I will talk to you later. Bye.